Hey everybody! Hello. Welcome back to our channel. Today we thought we would share videos as we settle into life here in Germany as an American family of 6. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah of mymerrymessylife.com and this is...
Hey, I'm Kevin.
Mein Mann. And so today we're just going to show you a lot of clips of our life here in Germany in our new town that we are just loving.
Yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
Yes. So the exhaustion has gotten less. We're halfway through our 4th week, almost halfway through our 4th week here.
I'm losing count.
Kevin's losing count. And things are getting a whole lot easier. I'm finally sleeping better at night. I mean, Kevin's been doing well. I've been like an emotional basket case, basically. Let's just be honest.
Well, I mean, I think I calculated this.
A lot of new changes.
This is the 5th time that I've moved to a new country where I didn't know the language, or
yes.
So Sarah's done it once before.
I've only done it once.
And me, I've done it. This is my 5th time. So as they say, it's not my first rodeo. It's happened a lot for me. And
yes, and you can really tell.
Yeah.
Because Kevin's handling this much better than I am. Like I'm having fear and nervousness like every time I do something new, which we thought we'd do a whole video just about that. Like my first time at the bakery, the ice cream shop, the butcher, the grocery store, and I have to look up on Google Translate how to say something before I go in. Well, actually most of it I've known in my head already, but I've been nervous. It's been hard. And
it is hard.
And as a mom, I've been worried a lot about my kids, settling into school and being happy here. And when we lived in France, we had no kids. So I was just worried about me and Kevin, and that was it.
Yeah.
And we were just free-spirited and having a lot of fun and going to clubs and,
That's not happening.
No way.
But there's so many new things for the kids. It is exciting. There's lots of new and different experiences, and I think they're starting to see, how things can be fun and different and exciting. They didn't know what to expect. What does it mean to go to a foreign country? They don't even know.
Yeah, they don't even know. Yeah, it's been good for the kids so far. They're doing a lot better in school. Things are settling down. The dust is settling. And we'll share more about school in another video. But today, we just want to show you our town and sort of what life looks like here, so you can get a glimpse of what our town, an area looks like.
And one of the things, we did so much research and looking, and I scoured every YouTube video that had anything to do with the town here and watching it. And what's been really amazing is that everything is so much prettier and more quaint and fabulous than anything we even saw in any of the videos that we saw. I mean, every little...
There are videos on Google of our town, which is shocking. Yeah. It's very small.
And, just every house has, all these little, sort of carvings on the top, on the roof as they hang down. And just every house is just so cute. And down the walking path that we go down, there's just so many cool things to see. So
one of our kids' favorite places to go is the ice cream shop. And if we're admitting it, us as well.
Yeah.
It is the best ice cream I've ever had in my life, except in Europe.
I've heard people say that, even some people come from neighboring towns to come to this one that's better than some of the others.
And it is a gelato store. You can see some clips of it here, and it is run by an Italian couple.
Yeah, I've heard them sort of mumble Italian numbers under their breath as they're calculating stuff. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, I've heard
that. Funny. So we love the ice cream store. And then we'll show you some clips of our first time in the grocery store, and we all went together. Our whole family of 6 piling into this. Well, it's a small grocery store. It's very nice. It's in Edeka. It's a very nice grocery store, but it's small. And I'm sure we looked quite crazy. Like they're speaking another language in our little town.
There's a whole bunch of them, and they're all loud.
Yeah, and we were loud, and the kids were running all over the place going, Mama, look at this! Mama, look at that! Oh, I want to buy this! I want to buy that! And it's Easter time, so they have all of the colored Easter eggs here, and tons of chocolate and bunnies and everything. And so my kids were just like...
Yeah. And then the little one, she loves there's a little kid cart You know, so there's a little kid cart, and she can push around her little kid cart and put your stuff in her cart. I mean, so she loves to go to the grocery store because she gets to push the cart around. You get there and she's like, Daddy, can I get the cart? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Which they do have those in the U.S. too in many grocery stores, but not in the one we used to go to. Mm-hmm. There was none. So that was a nice treat.
So she loves that.
Yeah. So the other thing about grocery stores that is different here than in the U.S. is, first of all, we have no car. We still have no car.
Yeah. It's a month. We've never lived this long without a car.
We've gone a month without a car. I've never in my whole life gone without a car for a month. So yeah, we're up on a hill and we're in the hills of the Alps, right? So, you know, we go down into town and then you have to lug your groceries up the hill in our rolling cart. And I get my exercise every time we go to the grocery store, which is...
Every day?
Almost every day. Today we didn't go though.
Well, I went to the bakery this morning.
I did go to the bakery. We've been going to the bakery nearly every day.
Yeah. To
get Mischbrot. We love the bakeries here. Oh, a little known secret that most of the rest of the world doesn't know about Germany is that they're also amazing at making bread.
Yeah.
And it's not just France. Bread is amazing here in Germany, and so we love to go to the bakery. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing we do almost daily. So we go to the grocery store about every 2 days and go to the bakery every day. Mm-hmm. And even on Sunday mornings, Kevin will go get, and this is a German tradition. I was told by someone on Instagram, German on Instagram, she told me in my DMs that the dads in Germany go to the bakery and get chocolate bread, get pain au chocolat. Well, in France it's called pain au chocolat. Get chocolate bread and go with the kids, while the mom stays home and prepares the table and makes hard-boiled eggs. So we haven't done the hard-boiled eggs thing.
No.
So we got to do that this Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just so pretty and just amazing, you know, just going for a walk out our back door in our own neighborhood. I mean, across the street, you know, there's actually a little guest house across the street. And
a pension.
Yep. And so even if there's not all of the architectural features, like all the little pieces of wood and, you know, carvings and everything, then the paint, you know, people paint
so
little things, you know,
houses.
all around the windows and just across the street, you look out that window right there and you can see paint, you know, the painted windows. It's just beautiful. And I love I'm really looking forward to spring. I can already see that, you know, the Germans really take really great care of their yards, and there's flowers everywhere. And already
groomed.
Yeah, very nice. And like even we had 1 week of warm weather and the flowers are already starting to pop up, you know, through the grass. And just, you know, there's this little walking trail outside of our house to get down to go to the ice cream shop. So we're always walking on that
And the grocery store.
And the grocery store.
And the schools.
And the schools. So
it's the walking path to everything.
Yeah. You go behind everyone's backyards and they have everything so pretty made, and it's just so nice. And you know, all the buildings are just really fun to look at and explore and look, and it's just been beautiful.
Yeah, they're very Bavarian style with the painted houses and the, like Kevin said, the carvings that hang down from the roof that have like little hearts in them. They're so cute. They all look like gingerbread houses. So many gingerbread houses here. This really is gingerbread house land. On the walking path that Kevin referred to, there's this one lady that has this amazing garden, and I've tried to get videos of it for you guys, but it's amazing because she's always out in it working. So every time I pass by, she's almost always out there. So I can't get videos or I'll look like a total creeper, but I want to get a video of her epic greenhouse. It looks like it's straight out of a movie. It is glass and steel or iron or whatever metal, I don't know, but it's metal and glass, and it's so beautiful. And she has like a table in there that seats 12 people with all these chairs around it, and then just plants all inside of it. It looks like a dream greenhouse, and I get to see that every day that we go into town, which is pretty much every day.
Yep. Yeah, it helps us keep our step counts up.
Yeah, both of us have smartwatches, and they tell us how many steps we've gotten with pedometers on them, and so him and I are easily getting 10 to 15,000 steps a day. Yeah. Just living regular life. And this is exactly why we wanted to move back to Europe. We don't want to have to go to a gym. We want our daily lives to be active. And what I love about this town is that you see, and it's true of most of Europe, is that you see the elderly out and about, walking around, riding bicycles. I've seen so many people who look like they're easily 65, 70 years old on bicycles. Our neighbor, who could be, I don't know, she could be 70, 75 years old, is always walking back and forth into town. She's in great shape. And just, it's what I noticed when we used to live in France, the elderly really do seem to thrive in Europe. And that's one reason we wanted to come back, is because we can see ourselves growing old here and being happy the rest of our lives, living in a place where everyone can be active and everyone can be outside.
Yeah, and anytime there's any sun or any sort of glimmer of nice weather, everybody's out and it's just nice. And you really do enjoy the outdoors.
And even during cold weather, like today it's been snowing all day, I still saw several people going by running. I saw people on bicycles. I saw people walking down our neighborhood street, and we have just not that many people that live here. So that says something, that there's people walking around. So yeah, people are just active. But that's what the Germans are known for. They're known for being physically active. Somebody mentioned on one of the other videos, a German did, that if the sun's out, Germans are out.
Right, very true.
And we've definitely seen that. But hey, when the clouds are out, when the snow is out, when the rain is out, Germans are still out. So you guys go. I think it's awesome. So one of the first days that we were out of quarantine, I took the kids. Kevin had to take some of the other kids home who were too tired, but I took the kids who still had energy to go see the church in our town. And I love our church because it rivals the Sistine Chapel. I've seen the Sistine Chapel, and this is just as beautiful. And I'm sorry if I've offended anyone, but it's true. There's paintings all over the ceilings. You'll see in these video clips here. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I think that's an important point to bring up, and maybe we've said this in another video, I don't know. If we have, it's worth saying again, that, you know, when you come to visit Europe, especially you Americans, when you come to visit Europe, go off the beaten path. The most beautiful places, I mean, yes, they are in Paris and in London and in Munich and Hamburg and Berlin, but you should also go to the tiny little towns and rent a car and go to the countryside, because there's beautiful churches all over Europe. There's beautiful town halls. There's beautiful everything all over Europe. And
my favorite thing I had to point out to the boys at the church is how old everything is, and that the stone threshold walking into the church is so worn down that, you know, you can see the stone that has been worn away. And I'm like, look guys, this church is so old. It's had so many thousands of people walk across here for, you know, however many, you know, hundreds of years, and it's worn down the stone from all the people walking in here. And it's just so cool. That has always fascinated me, how, you know, all in these old places you can really tell that it's people have been there, and it's been part of people's lives for literally centuries. It's so cool. Yeah,
a sacred part of people's lives. It's a very special place, you know, to so many people.
So there's a playground, and we knew that when we looked at the map. We knew when we moved here there's going to be a playground that's really close that the kids can all walk to. And we were really lucky the first week or so when we were out of quarantine. The weather was quite nice. It was quite warm and sunny and nice. So we spent we were every day. It was before the kids had gotten enrolled in school. So we were going out to the playground every day. And the kids can come and go, and it's just really cool. And so we go there all the time, and it's just so nice. The kids just walk out the back doors. Bye, Mom. We're going to the playground. Although we're still trying to get them to make sure that they tell us when they go to the playground, because suddenly they'll be just like, wait a minute.
The house will be quiet, and all the kids are gone.
There's only 2 or 3 kids here. Where did the rest of them go? Oh, they must have gone to the park. So we're still working on them to at least let us know.
We told them before we moved here, your kids in Germany are so independent. And it's true. You see little 7-year-olds walking with their giant book bags to school by themselves in the morning, or riding their scooters to school. And so we told our kids, like, that's how we sold Germany on them. Like, you're going to be so independent. You're not going to have to ask mom and dad to go to the ice cream shop. You could go to the grocery store by yourself. You could go to the bakery by yourself. And it's true, they took
advantage of it. Okay, great. That means I can go whenever I want to.
We did not explain well then.
No.
You must tell mom and dad where you're going before you go there, and then you can go by yourself.
Yep. Yeah, so we spent at the playground, and I mean, we went regularly enough. You made a friend there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, just going back and forth to the playground, I think 3 times. And by the third, maybe fourth time, I met several ladies and now have become friends with them. And now I see them in town a lot. I've had one of them over for like lunch and hanging out in the morning with me and Ella. And it's been so awesome to have already made a friend. And I'll actually talk about her in another video too, because she did something really nice for us. It's been great to go back and forth to the playground and meet other people.
So, we go and walk to the playground, we hike all around, up into our backyard. There's a little fence in the back with a gate, and you go through the gate, and right outside the gate is a hiking path that goes up the hill. We can go.
It ain't no Georgia hiking path. Although there's some nice hiking paths in Georgia. I'm not dogging Georgia.
Not in suburban Atlanta.
Not where we were living. Yeah, you have to go like a good hour or two north of where we used to live to get good hiking.
So we can go up there and head out into the hills and eventually get out to the mountains. We can go out into town. Just all places to walk and hike. The kids take their bikes and they go and ride their bikes out into the nearby town that has sheep and horses
it's just right down the road.
This beautiful little tiny town, and then they'll take a big loop and go across the river and come on through town and come back up on their bikes. And it's just, there's lots of places to go and explore and ways to be outside and be active.
Yeah. And we're really enjoying going on the hiking path behind our house. I mean, it's so cool that we literally don't have to get in a car or even walk down a street to get on the hiking path. It's literally straight out of our backyard. And you can see in the videos here that it is Sound of Music country. Like, it is exactly what I pictured from the movie Sound of Music. It is, I just want to spin in a dress and sing the Sound of Music song. Like, it's so beautiful up there, and we've only made it like a quarter of the hike that there is from our house to this monastery. But we've only made it a quarter because that's as far as the kids can go. It's a pretty uphill hike up into the mountains. So
and we haven't, we're really sort of in the little foothills, and we're really excited to get a chance to go ranging out farther and see some bigger mountains.
Yeah, like in the spring and summer.
Yeah.
And we have to get the right equipment. Like, I still don't have waterproof hiking boots, so we haven't done a lot of treks yet because we just don't have the right equipment, because we came here with the clothes on our backs.
Well, and
our toiletries.
Our big shipment that's coming on the boat, it did actually sail today. I got an announcement that it's on the boat on the way here. So we still don't have a lot of our things. And so we went to the clothes store. There's a local clothes store to get some things. And we're saying, well, we need some snow boots and we need some gloves. And the lady's looking at us. She's like
we are crazy.
It's like, it's the middle of March. What are you doing? That season has ended. And, what do you do? Why are you buying all this stuff? But it turns out that we did have a bunch of snow now. Maybe it's one of our last big snow of the season. But she looked at us like we had three heads because we're asking for all this out of season stuff. But just, we came from a place that was warmer, and we didn't have that stuff. And trying to keep our kids, warm and comfy when they go out and play in the snow.
Yeah, so we're from Georgia where it rarely snows, and when we arrived there was a lot of snow on the ground, so the kids had a lot of fun when we arrived playing in the snow. And then it snowed again halfway through about 2 weeks ago, and now it's literally snowing. It's supposed to snow for 9 days straight. It's already been 3 days straight, and we've got, another 6.
Yeah, minus 3 to 6 usually.
Another 6 days of snow coming, and so we do finally have almost all of them. Well, we have one kid missing waterproof gloves, and anyway, you don't care about that.
Almost there.
Yeah, but the point is they're almost all fully clothed in waterproof clothes. Finally, we feel more German, because all the German kids around here walk to school in their snow boots, their snow pants, their ski jackets, and their waterproof gloves, hats. They are decked out in warm gear. And you can tell these parents are like, there is not a flurry of snow that's going to hit your body. They're covered.
I love it. Where we used to live, the kids were not allowed, they would not have outdoor recess if it was under 7 or 8 degrees Celsius. It's under 8 degrees Celsius. Nope, sorry, can't go outside and play.
Yes.
And then the other day we got a text in the morning from one of the kids' teachers, make sure they come with their snow boots and snow pants and ready to go play outside. And it was snowing, and they're out there playing, doing their outdoor recess.
I got the text after he got to school, and he did not go to school like a proper German.
No,
with his snow boots and snow pants on. So guess what happened? Grayson got soaking wet while playing outside.
He had a good time, but
he said, Mom, I had to sit through the last class of the day soaking wet, and I was so cold, and then he had to walk home with us, wet and cold. I mean, poor guy. We learned our lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
Grayson's going to school tomorrow. They're all going to school tomorrow with their snow pants and their snow boots, and we will not be the dumb Americans caught without, or just the dumb Southerners. I mean, I'm sure Northern Americans would do that well, but we didn't.
Yeah. And plus, it's hard to get the stuff, you know, with coronavirus, and you know, we buy some things on Amazon. You know, there's some stores that have been open, but so it's a little tricky. And there's so many other stuff for us to handle. It's like, you know, got to get school supplies and this and that. You know, it's hard to stay on top of all the things that have to get done right away.
Yes, we've had a million details to take care of, but things are settling down. So yeah, that's basically our first, you know, couple of weeks captured for you there, and what's been happening. So I hope you enjoyed all the clips. And of course, if you did enjoy these videos and you want to see more about our adventures as an American family living in Germany, and once coronavirus finally goes away, this stupid virus, and Europe opens up, we will be traveling and showing you traveling videos, but they'll be different because I know a lot of traveling videos on YouTube, it's couples or singles, and so we'll get to show you what it's like traveling with kids.
Yeah, screaming, no, I don't want to do that. What do you mean? What do you mean we're going to sit in a cafe and watch people?
Yeah, it's not going to be nearly as much fun. They're going to be complaining and whining, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that.
But it's still going to be.
We have to walk over there.
Still going to be a lot.
I have to see another old church, another old building. It looks just like the one in our town. Who knows? Maybe they'll have good attitudes.
We'll see.
It'll depend on the day and how much sleep they've had. Okay, so that's all we've got for you. Like, subscribe, follow along. We'd love to hear from you. I love your comments and try to respond to all of them if I can. I share them with Kevin as well. Kevin knows many of the comments. So we do love your comments. And if you have any good tips for us Germans, we're always ready to learn from you. So thanks, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.